We may have cut a few seconds off there, and we certainly missed out on the narration of this wonderful tech here. So I'll do it instead. Don't worry, I'll fill in the gap. And here we tinker with metal to try and give it a kind of life, and suffer those who would scoff at our efforts. But who's to say that, if intelligence has evolved in some other form in past millennia, the ancestors of these beings would not now scoff at the idea of intelligence residing within meat? Said prime function accusative 5. Well, I suppose she's got a point. Not a strong one. So these are... Oh, there's the secrets in the manifolds. That's the final secrets tech, which is probably going to be the next one to come up. But here's a brand new... here's some new armour and a new weapons. That's up to 880. That's not quite a lot.
Maximum population reached.
It's probably the sole reason we're getting techs every turn. You have, you know, stuff to build. No?
Production complete.
That's +1 minerals for every single base on planet. So don't stop now.
Complete.
+2.
Maximum population reached.
Yeah, something sensible. A gene jack factory.
Production complete. Maximum population reached.
Hey! Oh, that's why. Because nobody's doing anything. I'm sure they'll be very happy if we didn't have to do anything all day and Transcends were there looking after us.
Maximum population reached.
You see, we're beginning to talk about transcendence now. People, it's really happening.
Production complete. Request confirmation.
No.
Production complete.
Yeah, why not?
Production complete.
Haven't you got, yeah, robotic assembly plant?
Maximum population reached.
Hey!
Maximum population reached. Request confirmation.
I want security, I don't want it that badly.
Drone raids have ended. Terraform complete.
I know what I was going to do. You better than the fusion, love. Build a brood pit.
Request confirmation.
I've got a bit of money, so I'm going to go ahead and spend it now, and you can all watch me do it. Look at that, making 1,963 a year. Here's the Morgan Industries accounts and budget, budgetary report. Make 2,558. Total costs 597. That's all these kind of things. That's not how many I've got, that's how much each one costs. Habitation domes are really quite expensive. So only build them if you can get a lot of population out of them. No loans, not a creditor nor a debit, nor a lender. And almost 2,000 a turn. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? How many? 13 orbital power transmitters, so that's the maximum that's useful until we get some people in habitation domes. 7 sky hydroponics labs, could probably build a few more of those. Which one do I want? That's the one. So we'll look at who's building what, and can it be rushed? Stuff like this.
Request confirmation. Request confirmation.
You don't have any trees, so it's a bit of a waste there. You don't have many trees, but why not? You'll be done next turn.
Request confirmation.
You're celebrating We Love the King, so I'm all in favour of that. You're building a quantum tactical... Oh yeah, I remember.
Request confirmation. confirmation.
So you realise that some of these places will take ages to build these things, but
Request
never
confirmation.
mind, I've not made the money. But the actual cost to actually hurry things along isn't that great. Why don't they like me? Oh,
Request confirmation.
what to deal with them hippies? Send them to the brood pit.
Request confirmation.
I could spend this money on upgrading my troops, but where's the fun in that? Why the hell are you building a tree farm? You're in the middle of the ocean. You would benefit quite a lot from a tree farm. So this is how to play the game really well. You get to do this kind of thing every turn.
Request confirmation.
You probably guessed that I'm not very good at that kind of patient management. But like if I wanted patient management, I'd get a job.
Request confirmation.
I've already looked at you. I've got a feeling I've just got too many bases.
Request confirmation.
Okay, I'm done. No, change my mind. You're drop squad, so I want to upgrade you to a similar kind of. It's also a lot cheaper for some reason. Look at all these obsolete things that need upgrading. Like synth metal sentinels. Like I keep on saying to my opponents, I started with those.
Cannot execute order.
Oh, okay. Fine. There's got to be a better way of.
Cannot execute order.
Really? EMC photon sentinels. I'd just done building them. Ah, there we go. Upgrade. I don't believe I've discovered quantum artillery yet, so it's going to be pretty expensive.
Cannot execute order.
70, I'm all up for that. What you find is after a while, you only have a certain, there's only 60 empty slots, or something like that. So if you don't keep on upgrading your units, you can't put any more units in because all the slots are filled up. So you need to homogenise your people a bit.
Insufficient energy.
Whew. Do we have any scout? We have a scout patrol somewhere. I wonder where he is. Probably should have done this a while ago, you know, when I was in the middle of a war.
Cannot execute order.
Tachyon battery, what's wrong with that?
Insufficient energy.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That might be quite useful. Tachyon, drop shard. Great, that's some money spent on the military industrial complex. I'll get to the fun part of terraforming. It's a little redundant now because population is so cheap in terms of food and the time it takes that it's easy just to let them grow.
Terraform complete.
I'm trying to improve lower, darling. Oh, I am a one. And in no time at all, I've redistributed all my formers to everywhere else in my empire.
Production complete.
The first living thing to go through the device was a small white rat. I still have him, in fact. As you can see, the damage was not so great as they say. Academician Prokhor Zakharov. See how they run.
Yes, that's right. We are talking about teleportation here now, people. We've had sort of time dilation, middling around with time, now middling around with space, moving things across and reassembling them. I don't know quite how it would work. I mean, you could reassemble the molecules of a human being, for instance. But would that still be the same person once it were reassembled on the other side? I don't have to worry about such nonsensical things as a soul, but even the more practical matters of what makes a person, and can that thing be transported? Evidently they've discovered it by 2372, but the PSI gate can teleport between bases. It's like an airport, you can do airlifts. And then that's just +2 minerals to every base. There we go, that's what I was talking about. Well, what is the mortal soul in such transactions? Can this machine transmit and reattach it as well? Or is it lost forever, leaving a soulless body to wander the world in despair? Oh, God, that's a bit medieval. Oh. Bypass base defences. By, presumably, just reappearing on the other side of them. Whoa. Well, no longer happy at Morgan Industries. Oh well. But it'll probably go to a 30 based on that. Then again, if those two areas get farmed, probably a bit higher than that.
Production complete. Production complete. Production complete.
You know what you need? Some singularity
Production
coins.
complete.
Yeah, why not?
Complete.
Try not to do what I did last time and run over. I believe I ran over in the last video. I don't know because I've not uploaded it yet, but I got pretty close to 15 minutes. Oh, I don't know.
Production complete.
Yeah, I'm recycling things, why not?
Production complete. Production complete.
Another Nessus mining station.
Production complete.
Of all the employments,
Ooh.
working in the brood pit was considered at once the most horrific and the most desirable. Horrific because of what we saw occur day after day, and because of the very nature of the sessile native life forms.